Previously on Survivor. After Lily was voted out, the Pinky Packs realized they were in some trouble.
Last tribal council didn't go exactly the way I wanted it to.
After Hannah won her immunity, Shaggy and Leah decided to pledge their loyalty to the couple.
I'm not stupid. I know I'm at the bottom.
With two hidden immunities on their side, the majority Red Scare Alliance set their sights on Colin Bunn as the next to go. And at Tribal Council, Colin Bunn met his fate, becoming the second member of the jury.
Time to go.
Henry, I tried to warn you, man.
7 remain, who will be voted out tonight. Alright, everyone take spot in these 6 chairs.
What in God's name?
That's your name.
You guys ready to get to your next immunity challenge?
Yes.
Alright, Hannah, I'll take it back. Thank you. Once again, immunity back for grabs. Today's immunity challenge is called Touchy Subjects. So, you guys might know this challenge. I am going to invite you to a Google form to ask you guys some questions about each other. And then we'll come back and I'll explain the rest of the rules. So, this is how this game's gonna work. I have tallied the results of your questions. Now I'm going to ask you guys what you think the most answered answer was to these questions. So what you're going to write down might be the same one that you answered. It's just the one that you think was the most common answer amongst people. Okay?
Oh.
If you get it right, then you will come up here, take a piece of chalk, and write an X through one of these. Once you get 5 X's, that person's out of the game. The first question is, who is most likely to oversleep the day of a final? You forget who's in the game, Colin?
I'm just thinking about who would vote for what.
Alright, and show me. Okay. I see Kristen, Shaggy, Colin, Ray, and Shaggy. Shaggy votes for himself. Correct answer is Shaggy. Alright, so everyone who had Shaggy? So Kristen, you come up first.
I see my representation.
Really?
Not Kristen puts one on Leah.
I might not have actually.
Henry's up next. Henry. Second on Leah.
Oh, this is fun.
Colin Ray, you're next.
I think I oversleep a final. What?
Colin Ray, a third X on Leah.
I'm sorry, I have to.
Okay, let me just. Hannah. Is it gonna be a 4th X or someone new?
Sorry.
4
I
strikes
feel terrible. I know.
on Leah. Shaggy can knock Leah out right now.
It's strategy though. Yeah.
Oh, please don't break the chalk. I'm sorry. Good God, you broke it.
No.
You gotta pick someone. First one, Sophie. Next question. Who has surprised you most with their gameplay? Alright, and reveal. Alright, I see Hannah, Leah, Henry. Henry, your hand is covering the answer. Oh, Henry puts himself. Hannah puts Henry. Hannah and Henry. Bless you. The correct answers were Henry and Hannah.
Hi.
So everyone gets it right.
Oh, okay.
Everyone except for Kristen.
Oh, except for Kristen. I'm sorry. Henry, you're first. Henry knocks Leah out of the game. Leah, you can take a spot back there.
Do I not even get to vote then?
Oh yeah, you will get a chance after. You can take a spot over that after. Sophie takes a shot back at Shaggy. Leah with a final plea takes Henry. Alright, take a shot back.
Yeah.
Colin Ray.
I feel like I deserve that since I put 2 X's for you.
Leah's full. Let's see what happens.
Love you, right.
Second strike for Shaggy.
You know it's not first.
I know.
Hannah.
I switch to
Shaggy with a third strike. Oh no, Shaggy gets a third strike from Hannah. Shaggy. Second one for Henry. Please stop breaking the control.
Sorry.
Yeah, Shaggy. You gotta get out.
Next question. Who would you trust with your life? Alright, reveal. Alright, Henry. Hannah. Sophie. Sophie puts herself. And Shaggy puts Leah. The correct answers were Henry and Colin Ray.
Wow.
Alright, so show your plaque if you got it right, Henry or Colin Ray. Colin Ray gets it right by putting Henry.
I'm happy now.
Alright, Colin Ray, the only one to get it right. Let's see where you go here. Fourth strike for Shaggy. Second from Colin Ray. Who is the most attractive? I feel
That look
I have
on
a
your
feeling
face,
I know
Hannah.
two of your answers. I'm just taking wild guesses.
You want the tribe would think.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm thinking about the
Oh. Colin Ray puts Henry. Kristen puts Henry.
put Henry in my vote. No, this is yeah. Okay, wait.
Henry puts Leah. Hannah puts Henry. Sophie puts Henry. Shaggy puts Henry with a question mark. The correct answer is Henry. Everyone gets it right except Henry. Alright, Kristen, you're first. Kristen, we're not Shaggy out of the game or someone else. Nope.
Yeah.
Fifth strike for Shaggy. Shaggy out of the game. We'll strike after Sophie and Conrad go. Sophie, you're up. Oh, and alright, now Leah and Shaggy are out. See what we go
Now we
here.
have to see. I'm gonna do it myself.
Sophie with the third strike for Henry. Conrad, you're up.
Sorry, Henry. It's okay.
Already saying sorry. Okay, well with that, Henry's out of the game. Henry, take a spot next to Leah. Shaggy, you take your last strike and take a spot next to Henry and Leah.
Let's just go with this again.
Alright, and Sophie with second strike. After 4 questions, 3 people are out. Colin, Ray, Hannah, and Kristen have 0 strikes. Sophie has 2. Okay. Who mistakenly thinks they're in control of this game? Very deep question. Alright, and show me. Conrad puts Sophie. Kristen puts Sophie. Hannah puts Henry. And Sophie puts Henry. The correct answer was Henry Womble. Alright, so who mistakenly thinks they're in control of the game? Alright, Sophie, you go first. Then Hannah. Alright, Sophie, the only one with strikes here. Hannah with the first strike.
Whoa.
Henry, that would be a mistake from the sidelines. Kristen with her first strike. Next question. Who is the biggest fan of Survivor? Alright, and reveal.
I put Leah.
Henry, Leah's gotta be an answer here. Okay. Colin puts Hannah, Hannah puts Hannah, Kristen puts Colin Ray, and what does that say?
It says Hannah, duh.
Okay.
Oh.
The correct answer was Hannah, duh. Alright, Sophie, Colin Ray, and Hannah get it right. Sophie, you're first.
I'll be late.
Hannah with the second one. Alright, Colin Ray. Colin Ray with 0 strikes still. I'm stating facts here. Everyone can see it. Sophie with the third strike.
It's alright.
No, that makes way more
Okay,
sense.
Hannah. Sophie has 3, Hannah has 2, Chris has 1, and Colin Ray has 0.
Vote Colin, he doesn't have anything.
Sophie?
Yes, that's number 1.
Me neither.
Yeah.
You can vote me.
Kristen saying it's okay. Sophie advocating for Colin. Colin keeping quiet.
Let's end this out.
Colin Ray with the vote. Colin Ray shocked.
I am shocked, actually. That's
We're even in the game. We're all good players.
damn.
Alright. Who is most likely to stay true to their word?
Easy. Lily might not agree.
Reveal.
Oh wait. Oh okay. I forgot. I already forgot where you are.
Alright. Henry. What is it? And Sophie says Kristen. The correct answers were Sophie and who, Henry?
Leah.
Leah!
Really?
Alright, so no one got that right.
Oh shit. I thought everybody voted Henry.
Next question. Who is most likely to stab you in the back? Okay, and reveal. Alright, Colin Ray puts Leah, Kristen puts Henry, Hannah puts Henry, Sophie puts Henry.
Guys, Henry.
Well,
It's who we think voted most.
Yeah.
It's not our person.
well, the correct answer was Shaggy.
Oh, sorry. That's not good.
Okay.
Who is the dark horse to win this game? Alright, and reveal.
So I didn't enjoy the history class, they forced me.
Okay,
What was the question? Oh, Dark Horse.
everyone put Leah. The correct answers were Leah and Kristen. Alright, so everyone gets a shot. Where are you going? Where are you going to go, Kristen? Colin Ray has 1, Kristen has 1, Hannah has 2, Sophie has 3. Hannah with her third. Sophie, you're up.
That's upsetting.
Colin Ray with his second.
Well, so now Kristen has 1.
Colin Ray with the fourth for Sophie. Hannah, you're up. You can take Sophie out of this game. Sophie, fifth strike is out of the game.
Yeah.
Hannah has 3 strikes. Colin Ray has 2 strikes. Kristen has 1 strike. Question number 10. Who is most likely to change their major senior year?
Oh, I put myself.
Okay.
Oh shoot, what everybody else would say. You know what? I'm so
Colin Ray, I love the dialogue. I like that you're just monologuing everything that's going on in your head. Alright, reveal. Colin Ray puts himself. Kristen puts Colin Ray. Hannah puts Colin Ray.
I knew that. Yeah.
I
that was-
also put Colin Ray.
I put myself down too. So
Alright,
it doesn't-
Colin Ray, you are right. It is
I'm
you.
right.
Kristen, you're up. What is your major?
Well, technically it's bio.
Oh, well, that does not sound stable.
But I want to be biochem. I just haven't gone to the register.
Okay, Colin Ray with his third. Colin Ray.
I thought we were gonna take out Ian this round.
Well, that is news to Hannah.
Yeah,
Colin,
me.
you can vote for yourself.
Colin Ray puts Kristen for her second. Will you tie it up, Hannah, or get Colin?
I want to see that.
Three-way tie.
That was interesting.
All right. Next question. Who is the most likely to be a bitter juror? And reveal. Colin Ray put Sophie. Kristen put Shaggy. Do you always forget the question?
I honestly did forget the question.
Who is
It's
most
okay.
likely to be a bitter juror? Colin Ray put Sophie. Kristen put Shaggy. Hannah put herself.
I'm not going to be, but I don't know if they'll think.
Okay. The correct answer is Sophie. Colin Ray gets it right. Colin Ray, which of these two ladies are you gonna have a strike on?
Or yourself.
Or yourself.
Or not your
I was talking
And Henry making comments about one of the, I don't know which one, but one of the two. Yeah.
This is gonna be too personal. Yeah, that's news to me.
And Colin strikes Hannah. right. Next question. Who is the most likable person in this game? Colin Ray laughing at this. And reveal.
Oh, I thought you
Now
were.
he's so ready.
Colin Ray put Henry. Kristen put Hannah. Hannah put Colin Ray. The correct answer of most likable is Henry Womble. Colin Ray again gets the question right.
Oh
Just Colin.
shit.
Colin Ray has a chance
I had Henry written down.
Oh no.
to knock out Hannah or take a fourth strike on Kristen.
Okay.
Colin Ray, decisions must be made.
Alright, because if I vote Kristen, then the next time if they both win, then voters both vote me. Right? So then I'd be out. But if I vote Hannah, then I have a better. Sorry, Hannah.
Hannah is out of the challenge. Colin Ray knocks out Hannah. Colin Ray, all I will say is decisions are made within Survivor and outside of Survivor. That's
Right.
all I'll say. Who is the most deserving to be in the finals? All right, are you two ready?
Yeah.
And reveal. Colin Ray puts Hannah. Kristen puts Henry. The person who's voted the most deserving to be in the finals is Hannah. Hannah. Colin Ray, third in a row, will take a fourth strike for Kristen. Who could not survive without coffee? All right, reveal. Colin Ray puts Sophie. Kristen puts herself. The correct answers were Kristen and Sophie. Colin Ray wins immunity. Colin Ray put found strike on Kristen. And with that, Colin Ray wins immunity. Ray, come get immunity. Now you can. Turn around. Colin Ray, save the tribal council. You will have a 1 in 6 shot at winning service in deep water. You have a decision to make. Here's a clue to the immunity idol. You're gonna give it to.
Probably Hannah. Yeah. Just to make
Return the favor for
Yeah.
Hannah, and hopefully not gain too much trouble after this. All right. See you guys in Feeders for Travel. Have a good night.
Oh yeah. Well, so on the way from tribal council to the challenge, I don't know who mentioned it, but someone mentioned like, oh, I think all our names have been written down at least once now. And I had never even thought of this. I didn't even realize it. But someone was like, well, Leah's name hasn't been put down. And I wish I knew who said that, because that means they've been like keeping track of like whose names have been put down. But I'm surprised my name hasn't been put down once. But yeah, so I guess that scares me that everyone else now knows that, because then they're like, oh, if we don't. I'm afraid people are like, oh, if we don't get Leah now, then she's just gonna like slip through.
The challenge was interesting because we kind of had it in our favor from the very beginning, because it seemed like it was more of a whoever had the numbers would win the challenge.
I've talked a little bit with Colin Ray about how it went, and it kind of stinks for like Leah and Shaggy because it was kind of obvious that they weren't gonna win 5-0 because it was 2 against 5, so like obviously we're all voting for them.
It was definitely really scary when on the very first question, I think everyone got it right except for me. And they immediately went up to my name and crossed it out so I wouldn't win. Except for Shaggy, he was the only one who didn't.
It was more preference based, and the 5 of us were very safe because, like, we were able to choose each other, and that's what made it more secure amongst the 5 of us.
But I noticed him and Ray were kind of hesitant. I'm gonna be really upset if Shaggy went and crossed my name out. I've been like, excuse me, I know I'm getting out the next round, but don't you dare. Oh, I did Henry because he like crossed my name out twice, and I think everyone kind of expected me to cross his out. I felt I felt weird doing it for someone else because then I'd be afraid like they'd be like, oh, she's going after me or something. But everyone expects me to go after Henry, so it was kind of funny. I like put down Henry and he was like, yeah, I deserve that. I go, yeah, you do.
I told them that they could vote me out right away because I have an immediate idol. I'm the only one that I know of who has one. There might be someone else who has one, but not that I know of. But it was a very easy challenge, I thought.
And then we all voted for Henry the next because he has the immediate idol, like he doesn't really need it.
I knew Shaggy was coming at me, and Colin Ray's like on our alliance, so I wasn't upset about him getting the immunity.
And then it was kind of like hard from there because, you know, since people kind of know that Colin and I are dating, like, I didn't want them to think like I'm purposely trying to make him win or anything like that. So like I did put his name down first, and
I voted Hannah off, so I think that kind of showed people that I'm voting her off. We're not like together. Well, we are together, but we're not like just like that biased.
Yeah.
So yeah, interesting.
Also, one thing I forgot about was that my strategy was I didn't want to vote because I didn't like it, and I know it's like maybe against like the spirit of the game, so I feel bad about that. But I really didn't want to vote, so I kept putting answers that I thought were wrong because I didn't want to be the one to get someone out. You know, I didn't want to have to X out anyone's name.
I was okay with what my name came up for, other than the bitter juror, which is weird because like I don't think I'm bitter at all. But whatever.
The only question I remember, I think, getting like the most votes for was like, who's a dark horse? Which scares me that now everyone knows that, because like I was kind of hoping I was flying under the radar, but if everyone knows you're a dark horse, then you're not a dark horse. So yeah, so there's that.
And then the Red Scare Alliance, they're all busy and stuff, so we didn't have time to meet. So we just texted in the group chat.
Just over text, I've talked with the whole group, and we're in agreement to vote out Shaggy.
I think the consensus is voting out Shaggy tonight.
But we thought it's better to take out Shaggy because Leah won't. We feel like that Leah won't do as well in this upcoming challenge as Shaggy would. So it's just easier competition.
So like he is a strong player, and he is down his alliance. So
I don't know. I don't think they're gonna get me out because like I don't win challenges at all. I don't ever see me winning a challenge. So if they wanted to get me out later, it would kind of be pretty easy. So yeah.
As for right now, we have one goal, and that's to make sure the 5 of us get to the final 5, and I trust them to get us to that point.
Sophie's closest person is Kristen. Kristen's closest person is Sophie. Hannah's closest person is Colin. Colin's closest person is Hannah. My closest person, it's nobody. It could, like, I can be that third wheel of wherever I go, but I kind of like being alone in a way because then I can be flexible and move to the opportunity.
I have a lot of trust in Kristen. I feel like she won't backstab me, like, at all. I feel like Hannah won't backstab me either, just because I don't know, I feel like we do click. Like, I think we have similar intentions, which is making top 5. And I think Colin Ray's just in it for the ride, and I think Henry would actually do whatever it takes to, like, win.
Sophie literally said to my face when we were in the teams before the merge happened, she was like, I will vote out this person. And then she stabbed me in the back and she voted for me instead. Luckily, I stayed in, but I'm like, I trusted you and you broke that trust, so how do I know you're not going to do it again? So every single time there's a voting, I mentioned to Sophie that I think I'm going to use the immunity idol, just so she doesn't vote for me. But eventually I'm going to have to use it.
I'm a little weary of Henry, but I'm not too concerned.
What are your odds of playing the idol tonight?
0, but the odds of me telling people that I'm going to play the idol tonight are high.
Okay.
Because I'm just going to make sure there's a clear understanding. You better not vote for me because it's not going to go well.
Colin, Ray, and I have talked to Lily and Shaggy. I've kind of been the Shaggy talker, and Colin Ray's been the Leah talker, and so and I kind of started talking to Shaggy before last tribal. I told him to vote Henry just in case Colin played an idol.
So I talked to him last night, and I kind of let him lead the conversation because I didn't want him to think that I was like trying to plan it all out and be conniving and stuff. So I kind of asked him, I was like, so who do you think would be good to bring on so that we're 4 instead of 3? And then who do you think we should get out?
I talked to Leah yesterday.
I wasn't really sure. I was kind of between Sophie and Hannah on like bringing into like our alliance. But so I asked Colin, and he said he'd want to bring Hannah, which I'm not surprised because I mean like they are dating, so he probably trusts her a lot more. And like I was talking about this with Shaggy, we were kind of like always scared of her, but I think like that's because of like what Colin, because we've never, like, I don't know, if I think about, like, when I've talked to her and stuff, she really doesn't seem that, like, scary or, like, evil or, like, conniving or whatever.
I had the obvious conversation with my 5 alliance that we're gonna put out Shaggy. But I do not think that I would absolutely win this game if I stayed within my 5 alliance.
And then I talked to Leah, Shaggy, and Hannah today.
So,
Okay, good. I don't know.
how would you guys feel if we all voted for one of the stronger players, either Kristen or Henry?
Yeah.
I'd rather take Leah and Shaggy with me further on than I would Sophie, Kristen, and Henry. So Leah and I got talking, and we wanted to vote out like Henry or Kristen tonight. So, but Henry has an idol. Everybody knows Henry has an idol.
Oh yeah, so after the challenge, I was talking with Henry, and he was like, why did you write my name down and stuff, because he wanted to figure it out. And I was like, well, it's kind of just like a last ditch thing. I didn't want to tell him like that. So I was like, so he was like, yeah, okay. And then I had this weird long talk with him. It wasn't really like, it was kind of like, he was talking to me like he was like, in a way of not like rude, but it was pretty clear that he was certain I was going home.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of it, he was like, yeah, I'm probably just gonna, this might have just been to throw me off or something like that. I don't know why, because he pretty much just told me I was going home. But he was like, yeah, I might just play my idol next time because there's no other time to do it.
So apparently everyone thinks that Henry is going to play his idol next tribal council, which would kind of make sense because we don't have that many tribals left to play it. But at the same time, he could just be saying that to like scare us so we don't vote him. So I wonder if he's just, and that'd be weird telling you. I don't know.
I don't know why he said anything about it. I guess.
Has he mentioned anything new?
No. See, I don't think he's gonna play his idol.
That's what I'm like. I feel like every trouble he's like, I'm gonna play my idol, and then he does it.
Yeah.
So like.
And it'd be smarter for him if he thinks he's gonna stay in to, if he's like for sure you're gonna get out, it'd be smart for him to keep it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to be like, you're for sure going home, but I'm still gonna in my idol.
Wait, can I ask you guys something?
Yeah.
How long was Henry working with you guys? If you don't want to tell me, you don't have to.
The whole time.
The whole time?
Yeah.
That's bad.
He, Hannah, and I are like.
Yeah, because I was wondering,
so.
one time I asked him, I was like, oh, what's your relationship with like Hannah and Ray? And he immediately asked Colin, like, oh, well, you know Hannah, what's your? I was like,
Anyway, what do y'all think?
I'd rather vote. Okay, I want all of them out. Well, I don't want any of them out. But if there were no idols, I would want Henry out. But there are idols, so I don't know if we can vote Henry this week. But I also don't want to not vote him when he doesn't play his idol.
Plus then he'll know, like, the good thing about now is if we vote Henry now and he doesn't play his idol, like, it's better because if we voted for like Kristen this week, then it means he knows that we're gunning for him.
Yeah.
The best thing that we could do is for Colin and I to try to convince him not to play his idol, like to talk about like further game strategy and when he should play his idol, and then us vote him this week before he even thinks about playing his idol.
Yeah.
Or we gun for one of the girls.
It has been brought up to my attention from other players in the game that they all think that I'm a threat, and so like knowing that they think that, it's just kind of obvious that I know that they're gonna not want to take me to the final 3.
As far as the girls are concerned, I feel like Kristen's a stronger player, but I feel like if we vote out Kristen, then Sophie's gonna be like salty for like the next.
Well, also Sophie's a lot more deceiving
She'll try to,
because like.
She's the one that's ever like texting me like,
Yeah, Sophie's straight up like.
She's actively active.
She's pointlessly lied to me multiple times.
Either thinking of making Henry feel safe so we can get him out and his idol out, or he plays it and we get Sophie out.
If Henry does play his idol, we want to not vote for Henry. But if Henry doesn't play his idol, then we wish we did vote for Henry. So we don't really know what to gather.
Because it doesn't really make sense anymore to bring in Sophie, because Kristen and Sophie are really close, and I definitely think Sophie would like backstab us to like alliance better with Kristen.
But yeah, we can go with Henry.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't want to go for Henry and he put the idol
down. So like, what if we right now say that the vote is Sophie, and then either Colin and I could try, if we think it's necessary, to talk to Henry and to plan when he is going to put down his idol. But like the scary thing with Henry is if we bring up the idol to him, like when he should play it, I don't want him to be like, oh, Devin, I should play it tonight.
Maybe he's only threatening to use his idol just so we're not scared. So we're scared we don't vote him.
I say we don't be scared, we vote Henry.
Yeah. Because I'm afraid if we don't get him out this week, then he'll win a bunch of challenges and we'll never be able to get him out.
Yeah, I mean, I think he seems pretty confident that Shaggy's going to come.
Colin, Ray, and I both think that we could possibly beat Shaggy in the end, and we think that that's going to be an easier final three to be in. And like we do respect everybody that's on our alliance right now, but they're all fantastic players. And to win the game, you know, this is kind of when you start getting down and dirty and trying to put out even your closest friends because you know that they're great, and so you got to do what you got to do to save yourself. Because I do think that eventually they will try to vote me out.
So yeah, I say we vote Henry, and then you guys try and see who be like, oh, they're trying to vote someone else.
Okay.
I trust Hannah, but I don't trust Shaggy as much as I thought I did. Shaggy, like, after the challenge, 2 challenges ago, the bouncing on the coins, he talked to me, so that he really wanted to work with me and stuff. Then he hasn't really talked to me since. He's more talking a lot more with Hannah than me, so I don't trust him as much. I feel like he's more of Hannah's dude than my dude. So then, but I trust Leah, I guess, a little bit more than Shaggy at least.
I've talked with like my alliance, but then also I've talked a lot with Shaggy.
Okay, so first of all, are we sure we can trust them? First of all.
I, for sure, Colin.
Okay.
Colin, 100%.
Okay, I think we can trust Leah because Leah's really.
She has no other option.
Yeah. 2, are you sure? Oh, so sorry. Are you sure, Henry? Because Colin was like, you 3 were really close, so like. If we want to do something else, we can do that. I just want to make sure.
I know if Henry stays in the game, we cannot. None of us can beat him.
Because I do want Henry out of this game, because even though he's a great friend and everything like that, he is a threat.
If it's not someone else, it's me.
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm going with you guys. So.
Yeah, it sounds like you'll be fine.
I just hope he doesn't play his idol and then I'm out. Because if he plays his idol, I'm out.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Like, we're kind of worried because we don't know for sure if Henry's gonna play his idol tonight. We've heard rumors that Shaggy overheard Henry saying that he was gonna play his idol no matter what, even if he's not for sure getting votes.
Like, we haven't even like met as a whole alliance because we feel so confident in this stuff. So, or they feel so confident in this stuff. They're not gonna see you coming, and I don't think you're gonna go home. You should be completely fine. We'll text you if Henry, because Henry hasn't responded in our group chat, and if he says something like, I'm still gonna play my idol tonight, then we can possibly switch the votes to someone who we know doesn't have an idol.
Okay.
But,
okay, that's
it all looks good right now.
Okay.
So it's kind of hard because then we're kind of thinking about voting out Sophie, hoping that Henry would play his idol tonight anyways. It is kind of sad, thinking that we're voting out one of our alliance members, and I thought that's why I tossed and turned with last night, because I was like, we want to just go ahead and vote with our tribe and get out Shaggy, but then this is like our only opportunity to have the numbers and vote out one of them.
Because like at this point, I trust you. Leah and Ray, I kind of have to, but it's not exactly the same, but at the same time, I kind of have to.
Yeah. That's kind of a scary alliance to be into, and that's something that I brought up to Shaggy, just knowing like our past with them, because they have stabbed me in the back before, and when they voted out Maggie and so forth.
To be, in all honesty, I feel like Henry is like, it will dominate this game if he does not. I think if he does not get out tonight, completely honest, and this isn't me like telling you what to do, this is just me doing, it's like I'm almost 100% sure he'll win this challenge.
Yeah. He'll try really hard to win this challenge,
and then I think he can win, and then I can think he can manage to win at least one more, and then he has an idol. Okay.
Yeah. You should be safe. Well, I'll keep you updated if anything changes with our
cool.
my bigger alliance.
Okay, cool.
But you should be okay.
Okay, awesome.
Take it easy.
I'll take it easy. I'll take it easy. Thank you.
And I guess the game of Survivor always changes, and you may not be able to trust one person one time, and then the next time you can, so.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to be on everybody's good side right now. I think I am. Until tonight, but
So this is where it gets interesting.
Introducing members of our jury: Nick, Lily, and Colin Bunn voted out as last tribal council. Hey, it's okay. It's as I said before, the jury is here to just watch, not here to respond to anything. Shaggy, you received most likely to stab you in the back.
Yeah.
What do you make of that?
So, for my game, from the outside, I see how people could see that, but throughout the entirety of this game, from the very beginning to the very end, that has happened. For me personally, for a lone decision, that has happened once, and once alone, and I never plan on doing that again, because as much as it was something I thought would be good for my game, it kind of crashed. And I realize it's better to stick with your teammates and go to the end and keep trust than it is to not do that. And that's where I am now. So, yeah.
So Kristen and Leah, you both were labeled as the dark horse to win. Do you feel like that puts a target on your backs?
I would definitely say yes, because like you kind of think you're flying under the radar, but like you're definitely not a dark horse anymore. But you're one of the dark horse.
I'm not trying to be like undercover, so I don't think that's really the case. I think it's just maybe because we're quieter, but no.
And speaking of putting targets on your back, Hannah, you received most deserving to be in the finals. At this stage in the game, how big of a deal is that to you?
I mean, it's leave me thinking a little bit afterwards, but just because you're most deserving to be in the finals doesn't mean you're actually going to be. And it's really, if anything, it means that you're probably not going to be. So, you know, you got to take that. I mean, kind of like everybody said, it was just a game, it was just a thing. So, like, while you think about it for a hot second, I'm not dwelling on it too much.
So let's get to post-challenge stuff. Sophie, there are only 7 people left. How much talking has there been? Has there been more talking because there's 7 people left, or less?
I don't know. I feel like not really. Like there hasn't been much. I feel like we're now kind of starting to go on our own, but at the same time, like checking in on each other rather than kind of, I don't know, making big decisions together.
I think it's pretty symbolic that you have these 5 all sitting together, and then we have the 2 on the outside, Shaggy and Leah. Is it that simple? It's 5 against 2, and it's just whoever's number's next?
Kinda, yeah. I mean, it's definitely hard when like there's more but that's Survivor. There's people on the top and there's people on the bottom, and like you just kind of like gotta try and get out of it. And if you can't, you can't. You know?
Yeah.
Shaggy, did you even try to attempt to find a crack within these 5?
Like, there's nothing I could really do because these 5, it was clear when we merged that there was 2 clear sides, and these 5 are incredibly strong. So I don't think I can really do much there. I mean, everything I said just bounced right back at me, so I couldn't do anything. There wasn't any clear cracks.
So Henry, as you know, all 5 of you can't be in Final Tribal Council. So if Lee and Shaggy were the next 2 to go, what do you do then?
I don't know. I'd rather get to that point and figure it out then than think about it now.
Okay. Conrad, does that worry you that Henry doesn't really have a plan for the end game yet?
No, that's not worrying. I think that's good. He doesn't have a plan, for at least my perspective.
I'd rather be open-minded.
Yeah. But yeah, because people who have a plan going into it are more scary than people who don't have a plan. So. Okay. If that makes sense. Was that what?
So
that makes sense.
Sophie, you already know what I'm gonna ask.
No.
I think this is the first time in server history we've been at the final 7, and
No.
there is yet to be.
No.
No?
I'll fucking tell you no. Not again.
Henry, what's your take on idols here?
I say when the idol comes, the idol will come.
It's like Christmas.
What does that mean? Exactly where
I don't think you understand how Christmas Christmas isn't like a surprise, but one of you will be surprised tonight after the vote. It is time to vote Kristen up first.
Hannah, it's up to you now. Let's see if I made the right choice.
I'll go tie the votes. Oi! If anybody has the Hidden Immunity Island and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Not this time. Okay. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. Alright, votes. First vote, Shaggy. Second vote, Leah. Shaggy. 2 votes Shaggy, 1 vote Leah. Sophie. Sophie. We're tied. 2 votes Shaggy, 2 votes Sophie, 1 vote Leah. Sophie. 3 votes Sophie, 2 votes Shaggy, 1 vote Leah, 1 vote left. 11th person voted out starts you in deep water, and the 4th member of our jury, Sophie. Sophie, you're moving to George. Sophie. John's voting.
Good luck, guys.
Well, by the reaction of some of you and our jury, that was a major blindside. We're at the final 6. The end game is near. Now what's up? How about your dorm? Have a good night.
Kind of blindsided, but shit happens. I played. I made top 10. Made the merge. It's pretty fucking good for not even watching the show, so.
Next time on Survivor, the Red Scare Alliance is in question after last tribal council.
That trust was kind of broken because of them going behind our backs like that and voting out Sophie.
The Endurance Challenge leads to interesting strategies.
98 bottles of beer on the wall, 98 bottles of beer!
And it may have an effect on the vote.
My target's on Shaggy now.
Alright.
And this sealed the deal.